Good morning to one and all present here, honorable dignitaries and the august gathering. My name is Divej Singh Rana and I have chosen to speak on the topic titled, Do Indian courts deliver justice or are they merely forums implementing the rule of law? Being a student of law, this topic is close to my heart. So I would like to begin by narrating the true story of an Indian woman who made me believe that yes, justice and the delivery of justice exists. The story of a small town Indian woman from the state of Uttarakhand in Kashipur who got married to an Allahabad based property dealer and had dreams of happiness after marriage, but her life after marriage was not what one would expect. She was haunted by the fears of domestic violence. She was forced and beaten up, kept hungry in a closed room for days. She was forced to abort all her subsequent pregnancies after having 2 children. But all along, she never uttered a word because she feared the stigma it would bring upon her and her family. Nevertheless, in November 2015, she received her final blow when she received a letter from her husband. Reading the letter, she was shattered. Talaq, talaq, talaq. When something so wrong had happened, this woman made a decision, who was none other than Shaira Bano, to become the first petitioner before the Honorable Supreme Court to challenge this abhorrent practice of triple talaq. And ladies and gentlemen, in August 24, 2017, the Supreme Court accepted her plea and struck down this abhorrent practice as unconstitutional and violative of Article 14. Instead of implementing the rules of an unjust law, the Supreme Court rendered justice to the lives of more than 90 million Muslim women. Ladies and gentlemen, the story behind this historic judgment not only serves a paragon to the Supreme Court's commitment in the delivery of justice, but it also shows us a message that justice is a decision made by people like Shaira Bano. And the Indian courts have time and again supported such decision by living up to the principle of ubi jus ibi remedium, providing a legal remedy for every legal wrong. A shining example of such remedy is the public interest litigation, which has rendered justice to the numerous underprivileged people in the spheres of sexual harassment, custodial violence, environmental pollution, and even recently, spheres such as the recognition of the third gender in the Nalsa judgment of the Supreme Court. On an equal footing stands the judicial expansion of Article 21, which has given the right to life additions such as the right to live with dignity, the right to livelihood, and the most recent addition being the right to privacy, which goes to show that the courts have not only gone beyond the letter of the law, but have also adhered to the spirit of the law. And finally, it would be great injustice if one doesn't talk about the basic structure doctrine here of the Kesavananda Bharati case in the memory of Mr. Palkhivala. In his very words, who said that this case ensured that tyranny and despotism shall not masquerade as constitutionalism and has been the single most important contribution to the jurisprudence of India. But ladies and gentlemen, apart from legal contribution, the Supreme Court has manifested its commitment to the delivery of justice also by its conduct. An example being when it agreed to hear Yaqub Memon's petition at 3 a.m. in the morning regarding his mercy petition, which is an unprecedented move perhaps anywhere in the world. And another example of this being a few days ago when the 4 senior-most Supreme Court judges agreed to come before the audience, come before the public in a press conference and bring to their notice irregularities in the assignment of cases. Ladies and gentlemen, justice just doesn't descend from the courts and make everything right. People of goodwill make justice. Martin Luther King once said that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. I wish to make an amendment to this and say, justice anywhere is a hope for justice everywhere. Hence, I firmly believe that Indian courts have made sure that this hope of justice stays alive. We must also realize our duties and make decisions with the hope of justice, just like Shaira Bano did. Because justice and the delivery of justice is nothing but a decision to remedy a wrong. Thank you so much.